Hi guys! Welcome back to Yanni's Room! Tara, pasok! Feel at home! Woo! Okay, back to regular programming tayo. Paano pa ako mag-episode niyan, di ba? Paano pa ako babalik sa podcast ko niyan? Sobrang pasabog dung past two guests ko, which is si Sophie and si AC. Kasi nga, anniversary month ng Yanni's Room. So, happy anniv! Happy anniv! Nakapag long sweet message na ako, te. Ilang beses ko na kayo napasalamatan. Pero, sige, go. Thank you, guys. Yun na lang. Thank you, roommates. Balik na tayo. Panoorin niyo pa rin ako. Papakinggan niyo ako kahit ako lang mag-isa. Okay, sige. Okay, today ang episode natin. Okay, wait lang. Sorry sa boses ko Kasi alam ko medyo paos siya right now. Kasi may sakit ako. Ang engot ko kasi. Magreklamo pa. Hindi, ang engot ko kasi kumain kasi ako ng ice cream sa gabi nung isang gabi. Duh. So like, after kumain, nagka-plema na ako, nagka-sipon na ako, naging ganito na ang boses ko. So, kung paos-paos siya, I am so sorry. I am a Siberian Husky right now. Hello? Saan galing yung Siberian Husky? Sorry, may husky kasi. Okay. Ang episode ko for today ay feeling ko because nasettle ko na ang mga relationships ko na dapat kong isettle, aka silent beef namin ni AC. Baka I can talk about relationships more freely sa podcast ngayon. Actually, hindi naman natin pag-uusapan ng relationship exactly. Pero ang pag-uusapan natin today ay mga attachment style. Kasi madami nagre-request nito, madami nagre-request ng gumawa ng episode about avoidance. Ano, kayo lang gagawa ng episode itong mga avoidant na to? Alam niyo, feeling ko yung mga avoidant, they talk more about being avoidant than their emotions. Hey now, like, avoidant nga kayo sa emotions nyo, di ba? Pero gustong-gusto nyo pag-usapan na pagiging avoidant. Okay, sige. Medyo nag-alanganin akong gumawa. Same. Medyo nag-alangan akong gumawa ng episode about pagiging avoidant kasi wala akong alam. Okay? Hindi ko gamay ang area ng attachment styles. Hindi ko rin gamay kung ano bang meaning ng pagiging avoidant. Kasi merong 4 na attachment style. Okay, gumising talaga ako ng maaga para mag-record at magbasa tungkol sa attachment styles bago ako umupo dito at kumuda. Ano nga ba ang attachment style? Ang attachment style ay, basahin ko na lang ang attachment style, according to psychiatrist and psychoanalyst John Bowlby, shout out John if you're listening to this podcast, one's bond with their primary caregivers during childhood has an overarching influence on their future social and intimate relationships, and even their relationships at work. In other words, this early bond creates a template or rules for how you build and interpret relationships as an adult. So I think ang attachment styles ay kung paano tayo mag-deal with our relationships, how do we respond to emotions, how we respond to intimate relationships. Basta I feel like lahat ng relationships and nade-develop natin yung attachment style natin nung bata pa tayo based sa kung paano yung naging treatment ng primary caregiver natin sa atin. So, kanina habang nakikinig ako sa YouTube, yung attachment style, parang ano siya, when you are a child, nung bata ka pa, tapos meron kang emotional needs na either na-express mo, hindi lang emotional, actually meron kang needs, either na-express mo or hindi, kung paano yung magre-respond yung primary caregiver mo or yung adult around you that time, ganun yung magiging attachment style mo. So, for example, if nung bata ka, meron kang needs na ine-express, tapos yung adult or yung primary caregiver mo, dinidismiss niya yung needs mo, hindi niya pinapansin yung emotions mo. As a child, may isip mo na, okay, maybe kapag may needs ako, hindi ako papansinin at all. Like, i-dismiss lang yung feelings ko. And baka that's the way that I should deal with emotions and with my needs. So, ayun. Yun yung pagkakaintindi ko. So, para sa mga avoidant, most likely, nung bata sila, parang nagiging psychologist ako. Guys, nabasa ko lang to okay? Most likely, yung mga avoidant, nung bata sila, hindi natutugunan yung emotions nila or maybe sanay sila na dinidismiss sila, na hindi na-address yung needs nila kahit sabihin nila or hindi. And so growing up, they feel like the only way, naman the only, parang the best way to deal with their needs and emotions ay to be dismissive as well. Kung mali ako ng pagkakaintindi, pwede naman kayo mag-research on your own. Like what I said, hindi ko talaga kasi gamay ang attachment style. So today nga, mag-take tayo ng quiz sa attachment style. Kasi nung college ako, parang, ang OA naman nung college ako. Akala naman 10 years ago. I mean, 1 year ago, nung college ako, ewan ko, yung friends ko, nagsagot sila ng attachment styles noon. Tapos pinasagutan nila sa akin. Ang lumalabas sa attachment style ko ay secured. Do I believe na I am secured? Medyo, actually, hindi ko sure. Okay. Merong 4 na attachment styles. 1 ay anxious. 2, avoidant. 3 ay disorganized, also known as fearful avoidant. Basically, parang pinaghalong anxious at avoidant, which is like the worst. And 4, secure. So, parang 3 insecure attachment styles at 1 na secured. And today, we're gonna find out if ano yung attachment style ko. Again, I encourage you na magsagot din ng attachment style quiz. Ililink ko na lang para sabay tayo. Mag-take ako ng 2 quiz, okay? Para sure. Bago ako mag-proceed sa quiz, siguro kaya medyo bokot ako na, naman bokot, medyo, ako mag-talk about yung avoidant attachment style. Feeling ko kasi yung word na avoidant, yung concept ng avoidant, ay para siyang naging because buzzword siya recently, feeling ko nagagamit siya loosely. Parang nawawala yung pinaka-meaning niya. Like, hindi mo talaga alam ba talaga ng mga tao yung what does it mean pag sinabi mong avoidant ka. Kasi ang daming ganong terms sa internet recently, for the past few years. Parang yung nagagamit loosely yung term, kasi nagiging buzzword siya. For example, gaslighting, love bombing. Parang, ang daming mga tao na ginagamit yung term na love bomb ako. When in fact, nasa honeymoon phase lang kayo ng relationship nyo that time, girl. Hindi ka na love bomb. Pero because nagagamit siya, parang nawawala yung pinaka-meaning ng word. So, feeling ko, ganun din yung concept ng avoidant. For me, parang ang daming terms from psychology na nagagamit natin, parang hindi accurate yung pagkagamit ng mga tao kasi nagiging buzzword nga siya sa internet. Gets ba? So, grabe, kasi nung last time, yung gumawa ako ng episode na Gabi ng What Ifs, I swear, sobrang daming nag-send ng stories na avoidant sila. Parang, at dahil avoidant ako, ganito yung ginawa ko. Tapos para akong mababaliw kasi masama ba yung ugali ko? Hindi naman siguro masama yung ugali ko. Hindi ko rin naman hate yung mga avoidant. Pero like, parang, alam niyo na kayo yung mali. Grabe, sobrang judgmental ko lang talaga siguro. Feel ko kasi may mga tao na aware na nga sila, na ganito sila, tapos hindi nila babaguhin. Medyo, wag mong gawing personality yung pagiging avoidant, girl. If avoidant ka, maybe you need to reflect. Yeah, wala lang. Paano ako napunta doon? Okay, sorry sa mga avoidant. Sorry. Hindi ko naman kayo hini-hate. Alam ko na nag-develop yan because maybe nung bata pa kayo, you were dismissed. And I'm sorry, hindi nakakatawa. I'm sorry. It's just that feel ko tayo as people, hindi natin dapat gawing personality yung mishaps natin. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay. So, sorry, natakot. Okay. Yun yung pagkakaintindi ko. Yung attachment style, sige, i-explain ko siya very quick bago tayo mag-take ng quiz. Yung first na attachment style ay yung anxious or preoccupied. Ito, adults with an anxious attachment style tend to have a negative self-view but a positive view of others. They deeply fear abandonment. So, yung people with an anxious attachment style, they desire security within relationships and attention, care, and responsiveness from a partner tends to be the remedy for their feelings of anxiety. Sabi yung may mga anxious attachment style, meron silang tendency na maging too clingy and hyper-vigilant toward threats sa security ng loved one nila and ng relationships nila. So, meron silang tendency na maging, I feel like ito yung constantly they need reassurance. Kapag may nag-iba sa tono ng partner nila, kapag hindi nag-update sa kanila, kapag hindi constantly kinakausap nila, feeling nila may problema, feeling nila iiwan sila. So, I feel like ganun yung mga anxious attachment style. Ako hindi ko alam if meron akong anxious attachment style. Though I am a very anxious person. Feeling ko meron akong, paano ba to? Meron akong gantong traits. Kasi guys, kapag nakausap nyo ako sa chat, lagi ako naka all caps, ganyan. Lagi ako nagalagay ng emoji, lagi ako nagalagay ng exclamation mark. Kasi ayoko maisip ng tao na, hala, galit siya. So yung mga tao, kapag, kanya yung mga friends ko, sanay ako kung paano sila makapag-usap, na hyper din talaga sila makipag-usap. Kapag may slightly nag-iba, na-anxious ako, like, feeling ko galit sila. Hindi ko nga masabi if pagiging anxious attachment style yun, or that's just me being a person na ayaw ng conflict. Diba? Magkaibang bagay kasi yun eh. Ata. Magkaibang bagay kasi yun eh. Ata talaga. So, pagdating naman sa relationships, hindi ako very anxious na person, actually. Okay, sorry dapat ko na ba ito ikwento? Hindi pa ako nagtitake ng quiz. Okay. Yeah, anyway, hindi talaga ako very anxious na person, but I've had a relationship na sobrang na-insecure ako. Feel ko, ang insecure ko sa relationship na yon. Like, ang dami kong in-overthink sa relationship na yon. And, na-realize ko na hindi yun dahil sa insecure akong tao, kasi kilala ko yung sarili ko. Kapag nasa isang relationship ako, alam ko na secured ako. Okay? Hindi ako nag-retroactive jealousy, guys. So, sorry. Alam ko na secured ako sa relationship. So, nung na-feel ko yung parang ang insecure ko sa relationship na to, hindi ko immediately sinisi yung sarili ko na parang, ano ba to, nababaliw ako? Alam ko deep down na insecure ako sa relationship na yun kasi unstable yung relationship namin to begin with. So, pagdating sa mga romantic relationships, I'd say, hindi ako very anxious. Mas anxious siguro ako sa other relationships, like, sa friends. Kasi feeling ko, sa mga relationships, ewan ko parang meron akong sense of like, alam ko kapag mahal ako ng tao, ganon. Or maybe because nakaranas kasi ako ng relationship na ang stable ng feeling, na parang alam ko na mahal talaga ako ng person and hindi siya manloloko. Or whatever. So, parang meron akong benchmark na ganito yung feeling ko nung nasa secured na relationship ako. So, I know na secured ako. And alam ko kapag unstable yung relationship. Ba't ako nagpapaliwanag? Di sana dumiretso na lang ako sa presinto, di ba? Okay. So, yun yung thoughts ko about anxious attachment style. Meron akong feeling na meron akong ganon somehow na traits. Pero maybe because anxious lang talaga akong tao. Kaiba kasi yun eh. Okay, next. Ulit-ulit, pangalawang beses ko na sinabi, magkaiba kasi yun eh. Magkaiba ba siya? Okay, malalaman naman natin later. Ba't ko ba ito pinoproblema? Okay, next. Ang next na attachment style ay avoidant or dismissive. Yes! Ang mga patok na patok talaga sa mga chikiting. Ang patok na patok sa mga chikiting. Mali pa yung grammar. So, avoidant. People with avoidant attachment style tend to have positive self-view and negative one of others. So, very opposite siya ng anxious attachment style. So, consequently, they prefer to foster a high sense of independence and self-sufficiency, especially on emotional level. So, yung mga avoidant, dismissive na attachment style, they do not want to depend on others, have others depend on them, or seek support and approval in social bonds. Nakakaawa pala, tas sinihate ko pa sila. Sorry, joke lang. So, ito yung mga too independent, self-sufficient sila. They find the hard time na mag-depend sa ibang tao and then have others depend on them. So, minsan ang tendency, feel ko, for avoidant people, because ganun silang tao, ang tendency ay kapag may need sila, kinikimkim na lang nila. And then, they don't ask for help. Medyo hirap sila na maging vulnerable. Kasi ayaw nila yung risk na maging dependent on others. The same time, na meron silang burden na bibitbitin from other people. Damo nga, no? Medyo malungkot pala talaga. Meron ba akong traits na feel ko nag-resonate with being avoidant? Well, yes. I feel like ako kasi as a person din, nasanay ako na, sorry kung lagi ko siya nire-relate sa sarili ko. It's all about me. Siyempre malamang, podcast ko to eh. So, parang, nasanay din kasi ako na oh my God, oo nga. Postura ko nung na-realize ko na meron pala akong traits na nag-resonate with this attachment style, kahit binabash ko. Nasanay ako na independent ako eh. Nasanay ako na ako yung tutulong sa sarili ko. Pero ako, aware ako na gustong-gusto kong tinutulungan ako. Gusto ko kapag may umaalalay sa akin. Actually, kaya nga iniisip ko na love language ko ang acts of service. Kasi gusto ko when someone offers help, kahit hindi ako manghingi. Kasi sanay ako na I do things on my own. And that's on what? Nagiging anak ng OFW girl. Pero mahal ko nanay ko, okay. Nasanay lang talaga ako. Ako mag-asikalo sa sarili ko. So, sa relationships, may tendency ako na, nakapag-reflect na kasi ako eh. May tendency ako na kapag masyadong nagiging reliant yung partner ko sa akin, nababother ako. Actually, feel ko tama lang naman. Kasi ayoko na super dependent sa akin yung partner ko. Pero kapag dumadating sa point na feeling ko, parang sa akin na lang umiikot yung mundo mo. Natatakot ako sa ganon. And feel ko kasi tama lang naman talaga. Pero minsan kasi yung ganong fear ko ay sumosobra. For me, red flag kapag walang sariling friends yung partner ko. Kasi gusto ko meron siyang sariling mundo. Na nagiging problem ko rin sa relationships ko before yung kapag gusto na lagi akong kasama. Kasi naaaning ako kapag feeling ko nawawala yung sarili kong mundo. Kapag nasa isa kong relationship. Naaaning ako kapag nasi-feel ko na parang laging tayong dalawa lang. Medyo gusto ko ng time with other friends. Kahit hindi naman nagiging too demanding yung partner ko. Laging andun yung fear na yon. Wow, may pagka-avoidant ako. Bago ko basahin to, actually, ang iniisip ko kasi yung avoidant, yung ayaw talaga sa conflict. Yun yung nasa isip ko because avoidant. So, they tend to avoid confrontations. They tend to avoid intimacy, ganyan. Which is, yes, ayun yung sabi. Adults with this attachment style generally avoid intimacy or emotional closeness. So, they may withdraw from a relationship if they feel like the other person is becoming reliant on them in this manner. Hey now, wait lang. Sabi ko lang nun shit, avoidant ba ako? Kasi, hala ko nga, no? Postura ko, yun na lang talaga. Hindi, kasi ako naman, feeling ko baka may mga traits lang talaga na nag-resonate with me. Pero kasi very open ako to being vulnerable. Okay? Hindi ako takot sa intimacy, hindi ako takot magsabi ng gusto ko maging intimate, gusto ko maging vulnerable. Hello! Nakikita nyo ba ako sa podcast na to? Kung anong pinagsasabi ko? Kung avoidant ako, hindi ako magpo-podcast at all. Hindi ko pag-uusapan ng feelings ko at all. Yeah. Ang problem sa akin ay, ayoko kasi ng conflict. Nakapag-reflect ako actually sa relationships ko. Parang nare-realize ko na I'm having a hard time showing people kapag uncomfortable ako or kapag na-hurt nila ako, kapag they cause me discomfort. Tangin na. Naghanap pa ako ng synonyms, nire-phrase sa face ko pa. Parehas lang naman yung thought. Pero, mapa-romantic relationships and mapa-friendships, parang ayoko na nakaka-inconvenience ako ng ibang tao. And so, kahit nabubwisit ako sa kanila or kahit na-hurt nila ako, medyo nag-aalangan ako mag-inarte. that is actually something na I'm trying to learn. Parang gusto ko matutunan na kapag nabwisit ako sa'yo, ipapakita ko sa'yo na bubwisit ako sa'yo. Kasi I don't do that. Kaya nga may nagtatanong sa IG live namin if nag-away na ba kami ni Kim. Sorry, sobrang random nito. Nag-away na ba kami ng friends ko. Ang nangyayari kasi guys, kapag meron akong problem sa friends ko, kunyari, may nangyari na napikon ako sa kanila. Dahil ayaw ko sila may convenience, medyo matagal for me, mga August ko pa sila mako-confront. Mga August ko pa sasabihin na, uy, actually, months ago, alam mo, nab-visit ako sa'yo. Tapos all throughout those months, medyo bit-bit ko yung banas na parang, inis, na ginawa nila yon. Pero, ayun, nagkakaroon ako ng ick sa kanila dahil hindi ko sinasabi. Tapos pag nasabi ko na, mag-sorry sila, sabi ko, ganun lang pala yung kadali. Hindi ko alam if that's being avoidant or that's, ewan ko hindi ko alam if traits yun na pagiging avoidant. Pero alam ko na meron akong tendency na mag-avoid ng conflicts and meron akong tendency na i-deflate yung discomfort ko kasi ayoko na ako yung nagkakos ng inconvenience sa mga tao. Feeling ko kapag nag-diva ako, parang nakakahiya. Gusto ko yan ma-learn kasi napag-usapan namin yan ni AC, diba? Sa past episode namin, na nung time na nag-aaway kami, aggressive siya, passive ako. Kasi kahit na-hurt na ako, hindi ako makapagsabi. Hindi ko maipakita na, hey now, ito na, nagagalit ako, galit na to. Which is, hindi rin talaga siya healthy at all. Hindi ko alam if pagiging avoidant yun eh. Pero, ang tawag ko doon ay pagiging duwag. Na-realize ko kasi na sa mga relationships, kailangan nyo mag-away, girl. As in, sa lahat. Friendship and relationships, kailangan nyo mag-away. Kailangan mong ipakita kapag uncomfortable ka. Kailangan mong ipakita sa kanila yung ugly. And so, yung mga people na talagang mahal ka, talagang mahal yung isa't isa, like, magpa-find kayo ng workaround instead of like, dinideflate mo na dinedeflate. Ayan, hindi ko sure if pagiging avoidant yung ganong, kung pasok ba yon sa pagiging avoidant. Pero meron akong ganong patterns na until now, I'm trying to unlearn. Kasi meron akong resolve na sa next na relationship ko. And actually, sa friendships ko, right now, tinatry ko na mas maging proactive. Kasi vulnerable ako, okay? Iyakin ako, soft ako, nagiging intimate talaga ako with people. But kapag dumadating na sa point na may conflict, para akong nabobobo talaga, anong gagawin ko? Gusto ko mag-inarte. Gusto ko matutong mag-inarte. Gusto ko matutong makipag-away. Kasi, very vital siya sa relationships. So, parang nakapag-reflect kasi ako na dun sa mga past, I think sa past na relationship ko. Dahil ayokong nag-iinarte, or dahil ayokong ipapakita or ipapa-feel kapag galit ako, ang nangyayari is feel ko, hindi ako kilala nung partner ko thoroughly. Hindi niya ako kilala 100%. Kasi hindi ko na ipapakita sa kanya yung ugly kapag galit ako. Wala lang. Kasi walang conflict na feeling ko fully na-solve because of that. Hala, na-realize ko na baka pagiging avoidant yung ganong traits. Sorry, hate na mga avoidant. Okay. Next tayo disorganized or fearful avoidant. Ito yung mix ng both. People with a disorganized attachment style tend to vacillate. Hello? Sorry, yun yung term, vacillate. Tend to vacillate between the traits of both anxious and avoidant attachment, depending on their mood and circumstances. For this reason, someone with this attachment style tends to show confusing and ambiguous behaviors in their social bonds. Hey now! Bakit parang ito, ano ba to? Like, habang nagpo-progress yung episode and habang nag-learn ako about it, parang mas nagiging worst yung realization ko. Worst, hindi worst. Mas nagiging worst yung realizations ko about myself. Okay. For adults with disorganized attachment, the partner and the relationship themselves are often the source of both desire and fear. On the one hand, fearful avoidant people do want intimacy and closeness. You know. But on the other hand, experience troubles trusting and depending on others. Actually, wala akong trust issues. Ang trust issues ko ay masyado ako madaling magtiwala. Yun yung problema. I feel like I am not cautious enough. I feel like I don't have trust issues enough. I feel ko naman trust issue yung madaling magtiwala. So, people with this attachment style often struggle with identifying and regulating their emotions and tend to avoid strong emotional attachment due to their intense fear of getting hurt. I'm scared for myself. Hindi pa ako nagko-quiz pero I'm scared for myself now. Secure attachment, alam niyo na to. Ito yung secured. Kaya nila mag-depend on others and kaya nung others mag-depend on them. May properly balanced. Kaya nga nung kukuha ko tong answer na to, medyo hindi talaga ako 100% naniniwala. Kasi feeling ko, hindi talaga ako, parang hindi ako pinaka-healthy person, hindi ako pinaka-secured na tao. Or maybe I am. Ewan ko rin eh. Hindi ko rin talaga alam. Nakapanood naman ako ng YouTube video kanina na just because secured ka, hindi ibig sabihin hindi ka na nakaka-feel ng discomfort or hindi ka na nakaka-feel ng na ayaw mo maging intimate or other traits. Yung mga secure attachment, actually meron silang flexibility na thread between attachment styles. May capability sila na maging anxious and maging avoidant. Mas regulated, I feel like. Yun yung secured attachment style. Okay, today magte-take tayo ng dalawang quiz. Ito yung quiz na tinake ko before and isang quiz na mas academic. Nakita ko sa Reddit. Okay. Discover your attachment style in 5 minutes. Start quiz. What is your current situation? I am single. Yes. Guys, actually like 1 year na akong single. Feel ko ito yung longest time that I have been single since I started dating and mas marami akong time para makapag-reflect sa sarili ko. Do you have children? Yes. 2 pusa at 1 aso. Okay. Relationship structure. Mother. Okay, mother. I usually discuss my problems and concerns with this person. Yes! Strongly agree. Recently, yes. Nung bata ako, hindi. Pero recently, yes. Kaya kong umiyak sa nanay ko. Love her. Prefer not to show this person how I feel deep down. Disagree. Hindi ako nag-strongly disagree kasi may times na ayoko ipakita. Kasi yung nanay ko, strong woman siya, guys. Parang minsan may tendency siya kapag nakikita niya ako umiiyak. Natataranta siya. Minsan kailangan ko lang umiyak. Minsan, guys, kailangan lang nating umiyak. Feel ko kasi yung mom ko nasanay siya na hindi siya umiiyak kahit kailangan niya. Okay, sorry. Wala ko yung expose yun. I don't feel comfortable opening up to this person. Disagree. I feel comfortable. It helps to turn to this person in time of need. Agree. Strongly agree. Sobrang naging okay talaga. Sobrang iba yung relationship namin ng nanay ko. Ever since naoperahan ako. Ba't ako naluluha? Sorry. Guys, weak point ko ang nanay ko. I often worry that this person doesn't really care for me. Strongly disagree, girl. If anything, like, top 1 ako sa buhay ng nanay ko. I'm afraid that this person may abandon me. Strongly disagree. I talk things over with this person. Slightly, yeah, agree. Actually, agree. I find it easy to depend on this person. Strongly agree. Huy, ba't ako nag-network error? Over ka naman. Hala, nag-network. Okay, sorry. Answer ko lang ulit. Okay, last question. I worry that this person won't care about me as much as I care about him or her. Strongly disagree. I do not worry about that. Mahal na mahal ako ng nanay ko. Yabang! Yes. Next, father. Ay, joke lang. Love you pa. Happy birthday. Birthday niya ngayon actually. Skip ko na lang. I usually discuss my problems. Grabe, wait. Sobrang nakakaano pala to. Sobrang nakaka-expose pala to. Isasama ko ba talaga to sa podcast? Okay. I usually discuss my problems. Wait lang. Hey now! Sobrang nakaka-expose. It helps to turn this to this person. Okay, agree naman. I don't feel comfortable. Okay, mahal ko tatay ko Wait! Ba't ba ako gumawa ng episode na to? I worry that this person won't care about me as much as I care about him. I find it easy to depend on this person. Slightly agree. I talk things over with this person. Hey now! I worry not this. Doesn't really. Hindi naman. Ata. Ano ba to? Bakit nag-network error? Nakakainis. Okay, next. After ng father. Bilis, no? Mapahinga ka na lang talaga eh. Relationship structure, romantic partner. Okay, romantic partner. If you are currently not in a romantic relationship, please answer these questions in respect to how you felt in your most recent meaningful relationship. Ayoko nun. Okay, hypothetical na lang. How I will respond to a relationship. Ayoko na last. Feeling ko masyadong unstable yung last ko. Okay, I usually discuss my problems and concerns with this person. Yes, I often worry that this person doesn't really care about for me. Okay, I don't, kapag nasa isang relationship ako, usually hindi ako nag-worry about that unless bibigyan lang talaga ako ng reason to feel that way. Pero if not, I won't. I worry that this person won't care about me as much as I care about them. Nag-worry ba ako ng ganun sa romantic relationships? Oh my God, yes. But then again, ang unstable kasi nung last na relationship ko. And yun yung relationship na feel ko yun. So maybe that's why. Pero sige, yes, nag-worry ako minsan na baka mas too much akong mag-care or magmahal kaysa sa kung paano ako mahalin ng other person. I do. Okay, slightly agree yun nilagay ko. Agree na lang. It helps to turn to this person in times of need. Agree. Gusto ko naman na nakaka-rely ako sa partners ko. I prefer not to show this person how I feel deep down. Disagree. Takot lang ako sa conflict, pero pinapaalam ko naman how I feel sa romantic relationships. I am afraid that this person may abandon me. Again, na-feel ko lang to when I was in an unstable relationship. But normally, I don't. I do not feel this way. Okay, slightly disagree na lang. I talk things... Okay, sorry. Balik ako dun sa question na yun. I am afraid that this person may abandon me. Na-feel ko nga lang to nung sa unstable na relationship ko. Pero minsan mas... Actually, mas takot ako kapag ako yung na baka ma-feel ko gusto kong iwan yung partner ko. Kasi meron akong ganung tendency. Not to expose too much of me, pero meron akong ganung pattern na parang feeling ko to grow, constantly I have to constantly leave old relationships. Parang feeling ko palagi ko na outgrow yung relationships ko. Pero hindi naman. Hindi tamang thinking yun. So, instead of matakot na i-abandon ako, mas takot ako na maka-feel ulit na gusto kong mang-abandon. Reflection lang naman yun. I talk things over with this person. Agree. I find it easy to depend on this person. Yes, agree. I don't feel comfortable opening up to this person. Disagree. I feel like kapag ganito yung nag-feel mo towards a partner, may problem sa relationship. General attachment style. Okay, in general, it helps to turn to people in times of need. Oh my God, agree. Guys, sinabi ko sa inyo, I am a strongly agree yun. Very community person ako. So, ang conflicting hindi ko alam if gusto ko bang mag-depend. Pero ewan ko very community person talaga ako. So, naniniwala ako na sobrang important na nakapag-relate tayo sa isa't isa. Feeling ko kino-contradict ko yung pinagsasabi ko in this episode. I don't feel opening up to others. Actually, disagree. Very open ako sa mga tao. I'm afraid that other people may abandon me. Also disagree. Confident ako sa relationships ko. Naiisip ko habang sinasagutan to ay friends ko. I find it easy to depend on others. Agree. I prefer not to show others. Disagree. Pagdating sa conflicts though, medyo. Kaya hindi ko ni-strongly. Okay, maybe slightly disagree. I worry that others won't care about me as much as I care about them. Disagree. I often worry that other people do not really care for me. Also disagree. I talk things over with people. Hey now. Not really. Slightly disagree. Minsan I do. Minsan I don't. Okay, tinatry ko i-learn. I usually discuss my problems and concerns with others. Actually, recently, nababother ako kasi hindi na ako kasi open as I was before. Though ngayon tinatry ko ulit paano. Pero napapansin ko na mas hindi ako nakakapag-open sa friends ko for the past year. For some reason, mas nagkikimkim ako. And hindi ko alam kung bakit. Nag-start yun 2024. Hindi, alam ko kung bakit, pero hindi ko nasabihin. Kasi wala naman akong sinisisi about it. Madami lang akong thoughts na naiisip. So, parang, I usually discuss my problems and concern with others. Dati, as in, sasabihin ko siguro sobrang agree. Pero, right now, nasa slightly disagree ako kasi, ewan ko, parang mas closed off ako ngayon. Which is for me, hindi ganun ka-okay. Okay, Rosenberg self-esteem. Extent to which you agree with the following statements. I feel I do not have much to be proud of. Disagree, girl. I have so much to be proud of. Ang dami kong kinaka-proud sa sarili ko. Siguro 2022, Yani would have answered this differently. Kasi sobrang baba ng self-esteem ko that time. Pero ngayon, malaki yung tiwala ko sa sarili ko at sa kung anong ginagawa ko. Feel ko nag-i-improve naman ako constantly. I feel that I have a number of good qualities. Agree. Agree, yes. At times, I think I am no good at all. Over naman sa no good. Over naman. Disagree. Feel ko wala makakagawa ng ginagawa ko the way that I do it. Madami makakagawa ng ginagawa ko, pero iba yung Yani way. I feel like lahat kasi tayo ay unique. In our own ways, mayroong lahat tayo, mayroong tinitake up na space. Okay, lahat tayo kayang gawin to, pero may sari-sariling way ang bawat isa to do things. And feel ko ganun din ako. Other people can do it better than me, maybe, pero iba pag ako. Ganon, may ganon akong mindset recently. I talk a positive attitude toward myself. I generally agree. Recently daw, meron akong problems with my body image. Pero generally agree. I am able to do things as well as most other people. Not really. Not as well as other people. Ata, alam ko na merong mga bagay na I am good at. Na alam kong thing ko yon. May mga bagay na flop ako. Okay, pero sige, parang generally agree. On the whole, I am satisfied with myself. Am I some kind of supernova? Am I? Right now? I feel like I am. Compared to 2024, I feel like satisfied naman ako with myself. Again, nag-struggle lang ako with certain things. And meron ako mga patterns sa sarili ko na I hate. Na nag-struggle talaga ako with. Pero generally satisfied naman ako sa kung ano ako right now. I feel like I did things na, wow, this year lalo. Naoperahan pa ako on top of that. So, parang, okay. A slayer, I think. I am a diva. She ain't no diva. Man, I certainly feel useless at times. Girl, disagree. Ang OA naman ng useless. I wish I could have more respect for myself. I strongly agree. Feel ko I need to respect myself more. Feel ko kailangan ko ng mas malaking audacity. I feel that I am a person of worth, at least on an equal plane with others. Agree naman. Yes. All in all, I am inclined to feel that I am a failure. Girl, strongly disagree. Anong failure? Bakla. Hindi ako failure, ah. Baliw. Ay, Diyos ko, ang haba pala ng quiz na to. Mag-iisa pa ako. Okay. When I am upset, I believe that there is nothing I can do to make myself feel better. Hindi. Almost never. Hindi, sige. Sometimes. Meron mga times na buwisit ako na parang, naman, tagal ng visit ko na to. Pero honestly, hindi ako matagal mabwisit. Naghahanap ako ng paraan para ilabas yung visit na yun. Kasi ayokong visit ako buong araw. When I am upset, my emotions feel overwhelming. Yes, may times. Madalas ako ma-overwhelm sa emotions ko. Feel ko, ako as a person, big ang feelings ko. Like, big ako maka-feel ng mga bagay-bagay. Minsan, big din ako mag-react to it. Minsan, yeah. Okay, when I'm upset, I have difficulty getting work done. Oh my God, yes, guys. Ang utak ko ay 8 GB RAM lang. Hindi ko kaya maging functional kapag visit ako and kapag anxious ako. Kapag may pinagdadaanan ako, kapag bothered ako, hindi ko kaya maging functional. May mga tao kasing highly functional eh. Kahit depressed sila and highly functional kahit stress sila, hindi ko kaya yun. Not me. I have difficulty making sense out of my feelings. Sometimes. Next, I am confused about how I feel. May times. May times na I am. Pero kasi, madalas naman kaya kong i-pinpoint kung ano yung nararamdaman ko. So, Sometimes, minsan talaga kaya kong i-pinpoint. Alam ko kung saan nanggagaling yung feelings. Madalas lang ayaw kong aminin. So, nagiging confusion. Kahit alam ko naman kung ano. When I'm upset, I believe that I will remain that way for a long time. Oh, no, no. Actually, no. Hindi, okay, sige. Sometimes, nilagay ko. Sometimes kasi, dahil nga hindi ako nagsasabi agad kapag nabubwisit ako, nag-i-stay siya with me for a long time. Nagiging ick ko talaga siya sa person na kinabubwisitan ko. Pero, hindi ako yung nagtatampo nagagalit for a long time. Ayoko nga kasi. Nakakainis kasi. Ayoko maging parang mood. Ano yun? Anong tawag sa ganun? Mood pooper? Ano ba yun? Basta ayoko nasisira yung vibe. When I'm upset, I become out of control. Almost never. Minsan nga too controlled eh. I wanna learn how to go out of control. When I'm upset, I become irritated with myself for feeling that way. Oh, yun lang. Yes. Almost always. Almost always. Always, almost, always. Which is feeling ko hindi dapat. Kailangan maging comfortable ako sa pagiging irritable or pagiging mabwisit. When I'm upset, I feel like I am weak. Yes, ata. Yes. Yes, actually. Okay. Attachment, and Diyos ko po. Okay. Ipapakat ko na siguro yung ilan dito. Describe what home means to you. Okay. Home means, over naman. Oh my God! Okay. Okay. Ang general attachment style ko ay secure. Feeling ko may traits lang talaga ako. But maybe secured nga talaga ako as a person. Yun yung attachment style ko. Okay, yun yung first quiz, guys. Hindi ako naglalay. Girl, that's secure. Feeling ko malaking bagay dito ay yung relationship ko sa nanay ko. Okay, guys. Ito na yung isang quiz para para may proof. Kasi sabi nila itong quiz na to, mas detailed siya, mas nilalagay niya attachment style separately. Like, ito yung attachment style mo to friends. Ito yung to family. Ito yung to romantic partners. So, i-validate lang natin yung nahanap kong sagot, okay? Okay, survey option A is designed to provide you in-depth and it requires a simple no spam. Okay, gawin ko yung option A. Though 10 minutes siya, di mo ipapacut ko na lang to. Or, okay, hindi. Sige, survey option B na lang. Quick assessment na lang tayo. Feeling ko sasagutan ko na lang on my own yung option A. Kasi 10 minutes. Are you a male or a female? Female. How old are you? 23. Relationship. Philippines. Hello? If you're, hindi nga ako taga USA. No. Are you in an exclusive romantic dating marital relationship? No. My desire to be very close sometimes scares people away. Disagree? Ayoko naman maging very close sa mga tao. Actually, nababother ako kapag someone is getting too close to me. Nababother ako kapag nakifeel ko na parang, hala, gusto niya sobrang close namin. Medyo, hello? When my partner is out of sight, I worry that they might become interested in someone else. Disagree. Kapag meron kayong gantong worry, guys, ibig sabihin may problem sa relationship nyo. Or baka may problem sa'yo. Baka. I feel comfortable depending on romantic partners. Somewhat agree. I rarely worry about my partner leaving me. Somewhat agree. Kasi I worried about this again nung nasa unstable akong relationship. Pero generally, I do not feel that way. I am nervous when partners get too close to me. Oh my God, yes, agree. Yes, oo. Sometimes romantic partners change their feelings about me for no apparent reason. Huh? Somewhat disagree. Feel ko parang hindi naman nangyayari yun na walang reason. Parang niniwala ko laging may reason. It's either may reason because of me or may reason because of sa sarili nila. So parang no. Disagree. Feel ko disagree. I find it difficult to allow myself to depend on romantic partners. Allow myself to depend on romantic partners. Do I? Somewhat agree. Feel ko somewhat agree. Pero gusto ko kapag nagiging reliant ako eh. Open ako to it. Pero ayoko lang nakaka-burden. So, somewhat agree. I find it relatively easy to get close to my partner. Agree. Hindi ko siya magiging partner at all if hindi kami close. Alam niyo yun yung hindi ko mag-gets, feeling ko, hindi ko alam kung paano may mga tao na nag-escalate to a relationship kahit hindi pa sila completely nagiging vulnerable with the other person. If feel ko hindi kami friends or like hindi kami close or open nung partner ko sa isa't isa, hindi tayo tutuloy sa relationship na to. Wow! Okay, actually nagawa ko siya before. Okay, laps ko yon on my end. Pero feel ko very important na bago kayo mag-escalate to a relationship, open kayo sa isa't isa. Okay? I am very comfortable being close to romantic partners. Very comfortable? Okay, agree. I'm afraid that once a romantic partner gets to know me, he or they won't like who I really am. No? No? Hindi naman ganun kalala yung facade ko kapag nasa sa isang relationship. Tsaka feeling ko ganyan, hindi naman ako sobrang unlikable. Grabe naman. May respeto naman sa sarili ko. Actually, feel ko, I am a very likable person. So, hindi ko to naiisip. Okay, it's easy for me to be affectionate with my partner. Agree. Wag lang sobra though. My romantic partner makes me doubt myself. Disagree. If my romantic partner makes me doubt myself, feeling ko ang problema ay hindi sa akin, sa kanya. Bakit? Bakit? Guys, again, kapag nasa isang relationship ako, tas nakaramdam ako ng doubts, hindi ko sinisisi yung sarili ko. Feel ko kapag may kasalanan ako, I will. Pero like, palaging may reason kung bakit may ganun eh. Ibig sabihin, merong something na mali din sa relationship na feel ko hindi ako nasa solid na foundation. Gets ba? Parang disagree Feel ko kapag ganito yung nangyayari, may mali. Either sa relationship or sa sarili. Ewan ko. Hindi. Basta ang sagot ko ay disagree. I do not often worry about being abandoned. Ang bigat ng word na abandoned, no? Do I worry about being abandoned? No. I don't worry about it. Pero meron namang fear na iwan ako ng partner ko. Yes. Pero hindi naman ako nag-worry constantly na, hala, iiwan ako nito. So, kailangan kong protektahan yung sarili ko so much. Hindi naman. Palagi namang may ganong risk sa relationship. Hindi lang sa romantic relationships, even sa friendships. It makes me mad that I don't get affection and support I need from my partner. Hindi ba parang ganun naman talaga? Kapag hindi ka nakakakuha ng affection, ang hirap naman ng question na to. Ang vague kasi. Parang, it makes me mad. Malamang magagalit talaga ako if hindi ako makakakuha ng affection and support from my partner. Pero hindi naman ako hindi ko naman yun constantly kailangan. Pero kailangan ko yun. Importante yun sa isang relationship. Ang hirap naman sagutin nung gantong question. Parang ang vague nung question. I prefer not to be too close to romantic partners. Somewhat agree. Ayoko nang masyadong close. Ini-neither disagree ko yung kanina. Ayoko nang masyadong close. Gusto ko may sarili pa rin siyang mundo. Natatakot ako sa ganun eh. I often worry that my partner doesn't really love me. Disagree. Bakit niya ako jojowain? Baliw. Nagalit. I prefer not to show a partner how I feel deep down. Somewhat disagree. Gusto ko na makita niya. Actually, kapag nasa isang relationship ako, very open ako sa friends ko. Pero kapag may partner ako, syempre iba kasi yun eh. Kasi sila yung kasama mo, sila yung halos, like, kausap mo talaga constantly. So, ina-expect ko na mas kaya ko dapat, vulnerable ako sa friends ko. Pero parang ibang level yung vulnerability na makikita sa akin ng partner ko. Ganun yung ina-expect ko sa relationships ko. Gusto ko na parang besties. I mean, we can talk to each other about things. If hindi tumatagos, if I don't feel connected with my partner, which I experienced that. Nagkaroon ako ng relationship before na feel ko hindi talaga kami same wavelength. Kasi parang nag-open naman kami sa isa't isa. Pero parang hindi niya ako naiintindihan fully and hindi ko rin siya naiintindihan fully. I feel comfortable sharing my private, and vice versa. Okay, sorry. I feel comfortable sharing my private thoughts and feelings with my partner. Agree. Bakit to puro partner? I don't feel comfortable opening up to romantic partner. Somewhat disagree. Disagree actually. Dapat coffee ako. I usually discuss my problems and concerns with my partner. Somewhat agree. Actually agree. I usually do. Unless, again, unstable yung relationship. If mafe-feel ko na yung partner ko ay, so neither agree or disagree. My partner only seems to notice me when I'm angry. Disagree. Strongly disagree, girl. Hello? I often worry that my partner will not want to stay with me. Somewhat disagree. Generally, I don't feel that way. In an unstable relationship, I did feel that way. I did feel that way. So, mas case-to-case basis siya. Generally, I won't. I worry that I won't measure up to other people. Hello? Disagree, girl. Ako na to. Hindi naman. Again, case-to-case basis siya. Kapag merong, sa na-experience ko na parang feeling ko may ibang tao na mas fit for that partner, for that person. Doon ako na-insecure. Pero generally, feel ko hindi. Kaya nga, what I learned ay dapat maghahanap ako ng partner, dapat siguro yung, hindi naman sobrang same, pero yung hindi ko mafe-feel na merong other person na mas fit for them, na too much ako for them. Kasi nagkaroon naman ako ng stable relationship na I did not feel that way. So, I feel like mas case-to-case basis to. Ako as a person, sa isang romantic relationship, ayoko, or alam kong hindi ko dapat nafe-feel na hindi ko kapantay yung iba. Kasi partner mo ako, so bakit ko mafe-feel yan? Hindi ko rin naman ipapafeel sa partner ko. Baka na-feel nila yun sa akin. Pero okay, outside romantic relationships, I worry that I won't measure up to other people. Tingin ko naman okay akong person. Tingin ko naman hindi ako engot-engot. Pero nga, meron akong feelings minsan na feeling ko hindi ako nakasabay sa iba. Okay, somewhat agree pala. Okay, somewhat agree. I find that my partners don't want to get as close as I would like. Disagree. Ayoko nga na masyadong close. I find it easy to depend on romantic partners. Somewhat agree. It helps to turn to my romantic partner in times of need. Yes, and friends. Mas strongly agree sa friends. Pero agree sa partner. I tell my partner just about everything. Puro ba to partner? Somewhat agree. I talk things over with my partner. Somewhat agree. I hope so. I hope so. Somewhat agree lang. Kasi usually, parang agree naman. I try. Pero somewhat agree kasi may mga times na hindi. Okay, di neither agree or disagree. I get uncomfortable when a romantic partner wants to be very close. Yes. Ayoko talaga ng sobrang close. I'm afraid that I will lose my partner's love. Hindi ba lahat naman tayo natatakot? Hindi naman, di ba? Lahat naman tayo takot na mawala yung pagmamahal sa atin ng loved one natin. Lahat. I often wish that my partner's feelings for me were as strong as my feelings for her. Yes, somewhat agree. When I show my feelings for romantic partners, I'm afraid they will not feel the same about me. Somewhat disagree. Actually, neither agree or disagree. Nakafeel ako ng ganto before na parang nag-show ako ng affection, na ganito ako mag-show ng affection. Ganito ako mag-show ng love, and na-feel ko na hindi siya nare-receive well and nare-reciprocate well. And ngayon kasi nakapag-reflect na ako on that relationship na-realize ko lang na maybe hindi lang talaga kami same people, hindi lang talaga kami match. Hindi lang like what I can give ay not what that person wants and needs. And mahirap lang yung tanggapin before, pero feel ko ngayon natanggap ko na. Sa romantic partners, dun sa relationship na yun ako naka-feel na parang feel ko I was too much, and naka-feel ako ng takot na baka kapag mag-show ako ng gantong need and mag-show ako ng gantong love, matakot sila sa akin. But isolated case kasi siya. Dun lang yun sa relationship na yun. And again, because yung relationship ay unstable yung foundation. So, parang case-to-case basis to. Feeling ko meron akong ganong fear right now. Just because, yun yung yun yung recent na trait ko. Yun na lang. I worry a lot about my relationships. Agree. I do. Pati friends. Oh my God! Okay, oh my God, sobrang detailed ng results. Basahin ko lang. Okay, ang attachment style ay the way you relate to others in the context of intimate relationships. Okay. People differ greatly in the ways in which they approach close relationships. Okay. According to your questionnaire responses, your attachment-related anxiety score is 3.33 on a scale ranging from 1, low anxiety, to 7, high anxiety. Okay, hala, mas specific nga tong quiz na to. 3.33 ako, between 1 to 7. And sa attachment-related avoidance naman, sa pagiging avoidant, nasa 3.22 ako. From 1 to 7, low avoidance to high avoidance. We have plotted your two scores in the two-dimensional space defined by attachment-related. Oh my God! Meron pang graph! Yung result ko ay nasa low avoidance and low anxiety. Oh, damn! Okay. As you can see in this graph, the two-dimensional, for example, okay. Combining your anxiety and avoidance scores, you fall into the secure region of the space. People on previous research on attachment styles indicates that secure people tend to have relatively enduring and satisfying relationships. Hey, okay, dalawang quiz yun. Maybe as a secured person, meron lang din talaga akong traits that I have to improve on. Ganun lang siguro talaga ako. Yes. Feel ko if magre-reflect ako on my own patterns, what I need to learn is mas maging confrontational, mas maging comfortable sa discomfort and sa pagiging upset, and mas maging comfortable sa conflicts. Yun. But, well, I guess iba pa rin talaga ang attachment styles. Wala yun sa criteria for judging. I feel like ibang area din talaga kasi yun. So, yeah, nasa secured ako na region. Feel ko for avoidant people, maybe yun, iba siguro talaga yung mga avoidant, no? Maybe mas independent yung mga avoidant, mas may tendency sila na magsarili. And so, para sa mga avoidant na nagre-request ng episode, sorry if hindi ako masyadong nag-delve deep into it. Pero I hope na kapag meron kayong na-pick up bits by bits sa kung paano ako mag-reflect sa attachment style ko. Kasi syempre, hindi ko din talaga alam kung paano mag-talk about attachment styles na hindi naman akin. Ang yabang. Ang yabang. Hindi ko alam kasi if naka-encounter na ako ng avoidant people eh. I feel like I have. Feel ko ako sa pagdating sa conflicts, nag-a-avoid ako. Sa romantic partners, hindi ko alam if nagkaroon na ako ng partner na avoidant. I feel like I have. Feel ko nagkaroon na ako ng partner na avoidant attachment style. Nakakaaning siya, honestly. Hindi ko alam, tinatanggalan ko ba ang mga avoidant ng karapatan na pumasok sa mga relationship? Hindi naman. Pero feel ko, we should all learn how to deal with it properly. Kasi, ang hirap na mag-project sa magiging partner mo. And yung mga nasa receiving end, ang hirap kapag ganun yung partner mo. Alam ko na hindi siya madaling gawin. Grabe naman. Alam ko na it requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of patience sa sarili mo and from your partner. From your friends. Hindi lang sa romantic relationships. Alam mo, ko yung mga loved ones natin, sobrang laking tulong ng patience and empathy from them. If yung mga loved ones natin, nabibigyan tayo ng space to make mistakes and to be uncomfortable and na mag-inarte kapag gusto natin mag-inarte. Kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng ganong space, at the same time, hindi naman yung sobra to the point na hindi ka na hold accountable for your actions. So, doon nanggagaling yung growth. I feel like sobrang healthy kapag mayroong mga people na kaya kang i-confront about what you need to work on. And tayo as people ay mas maging open to those. Nakakatakot, honestly, makarinig ng feedback, nakakatakot malagay sa mga conflicts. Pero guys, kasi sa conflicts, doon nanggagaling doon nanggagaling yung growth and resolution. Doon kayo mas nakakapag-usap eh. Hindi lang ng romantic partner, even ng friends, doon mo may realize kung ano yung mga mali na need mong i-change. So, again, alam ko na hindi naman madaling i-unlearn ang mga ganong, like, pagiging avoidant na attachment style, pagiging anxious na attachment style. Sobrang yabang ko naman. Hindi eh. Siyempre, yung mga ganong bagay ay na-pick up mo na nung simula bata ka pa. So, Well, ang pinakasagot is, syempre, you seek professional help for it. Pero again, hindi naman sobrang accessible ng professional help sa Pilipinas. Ang mahal magpa-therapy, okay? Pero kung kaya, yun talaga yun, feeling ko. And siguro, mas maging open to learning and to change. Sa mga avoidant, mas maging open sa pagiging vulnerable. I feel like, yung mga avoidant, nung bata kayo, nadidismiss kayo, so you learned na maging too independent, or like, dapat sa sarili na nagre-rely. Ang feel ko, ang masasabi ko sa ganon ay, huwag matakot sa vulnerability. Wow! Pag sinabi ko, huwag kayo matakot sa vulnerability. Okay, hindi na kami takot. May naman gawin kadali. Pero guys, iba yung feeling ng nasa isang community. I mean, isang group of friends, isang mahanap ng partner na kaya maging vulnerable. Hindi mo naman ikamamatay if magiging dependent ka. Okay? Hindi mo naman ikamamatay if magsasabi ka ng needs mo. May mga taong makikinig sa'yo. I'm sorry na siguro nung bata ka, na-dismiss ka. Pero merong mga taong makikinig and mag-respond sa needs mo. You just have to open up. Mahirap, pero kailangan mo lang simulan. Ano ba ako, therapist? Hindi naman ako therapist na para sa mga anxious attachment style, kasi anxious din ako na person eh. Alam, medyo feeling ko actually parang mas mahirap talaga yung maging anxious kasi, girl, professional help talaga. For lahat naman. But, for anxious attachment style, ano sabihin ko? Huwag ka matakot, hindi ka iiwan ng mga tao. Eh, lagi namang may risk na ganun. Siguro, para sa anxious attachment style, talagang matutong, mahalin ng sarili, sis. Magtiwala ka na parang may worth ka. And like, hindi ka isang bagay na sobrang daling i-dispose. Feeling ko kasi yung mga anxious attachment style, feeling nila, because naiwanan sila before, sobrang daling gawin yun for people. Pero hindi, kapag you need to understand and accept na meron kang worth and na you matter to others. And if malulose ka ng mga tao, may magiging impact yun sa kanila. Parang matuto lang talagang irespeto yung sarili. Again, unti-unti. Yun lang yung general na thoughts ko about it. Yun yung general na advice ko about it. Again, hindi naman ako expert, hindi rin naman ako super healthy na tao, hindi ako pinaka-perfect na parang, like, wow, emotionally regulated, emotionally healthy person. I feel like those are things then na na-learn ko lang talaga from past relationships. Kasi, nag-struggle din ako with those. Naka-feel din ako ng ganon. And, until now, nasa process ako of unlearning and learning. So, we're all in this together, girl. We're all in this together. Sobrang laking bagay for me na, well, meron akong mga past conflicts na nare-resolve. For example na yung kay AC. Kasi sobrang laking bagay nun for me before. And so, meron mga ganong conflicts na nasosolve na parang, it makes you feel like, wow, okay, nag-grow ako and maybe yung mga tendencies ko before, nako-correct ko na siya now. I know what to do now. I know better now than before. So, feel ko sobrang laking bagay nung mga ganong conflicts na nasosolve. Kaya ako nakakarating sa gantong conclusion right now. Kaya ako siya nasasabi right now. So, sobrang ala ko rin talaga ng 2024, guys. Alam niyo yan. May isang buong episode for that, girl. Parang, ewan ko, ang lala ko din talaga noong 2024. Ang lala kong kumapit sa mga babae. So, yung self-respect ko, sis, ay, andito, te. Talagang, sahig? Pero yun. Ang masasabi ko lang ay, hey now. Hindi ko alam if meron kayo napulot sa episodes na to. Lalo na yung mga episode na to. Lalo na yung mga avoidant na nagre-request. Siguro next time makakaya ko nang basahin yung stories nyo. Kasi kapag nababasa ko siya, napapaano ako parang, ang masasabi ko lang para sa mga avoidant ay, if nakikita nyo yung mga tao na ni-let go nyo na masaya, let them be. Yan ay consequence of your actions. Hindi naman ako galit sa inyo. Hindi naman. Feel ko lang lahat tayo, we should all be a little responsible of other people's feelings. Yun lang! Thank you so much for... Ay, ano ko ba? Na-end ko yung recording. Okay. Yun lang. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Ano ba sabihin ko? Paano ba ako mag-outro dito? Okay. Siguro, ang question ko for this episode ay, ano ang attachment style nyo? Let me know. Kasi nilink ko naman yung quiz eh. Thank you so much for listening. I-follow nyo kami sa aming socials, sa IG and sa TikTok at Kwarto ni Yani. Mag-join na rin kayo sa Facebook community natin. Roommates ni, andito yung link. Yani's Roommates sa Facebook group. Mag-join na kayo please. Doon kayo mag-post ng mga reactions nyo, kinesa nyo, go! Tapos ano pa ba? I-follow nyo ako at Yani Hatisu sa lahat ng social media platforms. I-follow nyo rin pala yung episode. Ano ba to? Diyos ko, bakit nalito-lito ako? I-follow nyo yung podcast sa YouTube and sa Spotify. Naglalabas kami ng new episode every Thursday, 9 p.m. If hindi sa Thursday, ewan ko kung kailan lumalabas. And again, season 2 na, meron mga changes. I am planning to have 2 episodes per week. Tignan natin! Yun lang. Yung other episode, ang plan ko is i-upload ko siya every Sunday morning. Para ako yung kasama niya sa morning. Talagang pinafulfill ko yung fantasy ko of Nicole Yala. Na lagi mong kasama every morning. So, titignan natin, interest check. Kasi gusto ko morning siya gawin eh. Ako naman gusto ko mga 8:30, 8 a.m. Ganyan yung habang nagkakape kayo, may pinapakinggan kayong kumuda. And it's gonna be me. Yun na magiging change for season 2. Let's see. So, yun lang. Tingnan natin talaga. Tingnan natin talaga. Okay. Yun lang, guys. Thank you. Ayun. Yes. See you sa next episode. Ang gulo ng outro na yun, girl. Bye-bye.